Votes expected tomorrow in the impeachment trial of President Trump. An Arizona man has been arrested, accused of leaving a threatening message for Congressman Adam Schiff, who, of course, has been a key player in the trial.
And as Team 12's Erica Stapleton found out, this case is just the tip of the iceberg in the suspect's criminal past. Erica?
Guys, federal agents arrested Jan Meister at his home in Tucson back in October, all after they say he drunkenly left a voicemail message for Representative Adam Schiff. We want to warn you, the text of that voicemail is vulgar.
And still vote to acquit.
Representative Adam Schiff, who's been front and center in the president's impeachment trial in Washington, allegedly targeted by an Arizonan 2,000 miles away. Court documents detail how 52-year-old Jan Meister, who was apparently watching Fox News and may have been drunk, got mad, Googled Adam Schiff's office number, and left a vulgar voicemail, expletive after expletive, including the phrase, "I'll blow your effing brains out." And this isn't Meister's first arrest. Back in the late 80s, court documents show he was convicted on a rape charge in Maryland. He spent more than a decade behind bars and now has to register as a sex offender. Records here in Maricopa County show 3 different aggravated DUI arrests involving Meister between 1999 and 2002. When federal agents went to his home in October, they found at least 6 firearms, including handguns and rifles, and about 700 rounds of ammunition. Meister is not supposed to have access to those firearms as a convicted felon, but in an appeal, his attorney is arguing the firearms belonged to his wife, and that Meister admitted to drinking and not remembering the call, and that he meant no physical harm to Adam Schiff. When Meister was taken from his home, agents say he was cursing and reeked of alcohol. He's set for trial in federal court next month. I'll send it back to you guys.
Okay, Erica, thanks.